in the subject. We have a problem. It's always an algebraic problem. And so here we have A is the subject. When I add 2s plus 4sh, I am supposed to get A. Normally when they give you these problems, they will give you a value for s, a value for h, and then they will ask you to find A, which is the first thing they will do. For example, in this problem, they have find A when s is equal to 7 and h is equal to 9. S is equal to 7 and h equals 9. And they're going to say find A. So A is the subject. A is what I am trying to find. So quickly I can find A by simply putting in the value of S and the value of H. So A here is going to be equal to 2 and S is 7. 2 times 7 plus 2 times 7 plus 4 times S is 7 and H is 9. So I could do that. 2 times 7 is going to give me 14. 7 times 9 is going to give me 7 times 9. We could use the calculator, please. 7 times 9, 63. And 63 times 4, 63 times 4. Use the calculator, please. 252. So now I'm going to add 14 plus 252 and I'm going to get 266. So A is equal to 266 because A is the subject. I'm trying to find A. That's a simple part of the problem because all I'm doing is what is called a substitution. I'm simply putting in the value of the letters where the letters are. However, my concern this morning is not so much about substitution, but more so about changing the subject. So I have two letters. I have A and I have S. So I have three letters, A, S, and H. And this time, they're saying that I am to make H the subject. Make H the subject. That's what they say. So in other words, H, just like how A is over here, A equals 2S plus 4SH. This time, H is going to be equal to something. Now let's see what H is going to be equal to. I see a little bit of, what is she talking about? What is H going to be equal to? When I'm changing the subject, people, all I am simply doing is moving over. So let me write this again. A equals 2S plus 4SH. When I'm doing a simple equation, I am moving over digits or letters or whatever until I have one item, whatever it is that I'm trying to find the subject of must be left by itself over here. And from doing simple equation, we know that when we change something over, when it crosses the equal sign, what happens? It changes sign. Once it crosses the equal sign, it changes sign. So here I have A equals 2S plus 4SH. What is 2S doing here? Sure? It's adding 2S. A equals 2S plus 4SH. So if I bring over 2S, I am going to do what? Subtract. So I'm going to have A equals minus 2S, because I bring this over. That's the first piece I'm bringing over. A minus 2S, leave me with 4SH. Step 1. Now, what am I going to bring over next? Anybody? Huh? I'm going to bring over 4 first, then I'm going to bring over S, or I can bring over 4S, whichever way we want to take it. Now, what is 4S doing over here? Both of them are multiplying, so I go A minus 2s, and what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. Divided by 4 and divided by s is going to leave me with h. And so I have just changed the subject. I have just made what? H the subject. So let's go again. I said initially we have A as the subject. A equals 2s plus 4sh. I'm going to do what? Move over everything, because I want what to be the subject? H to be the subject. So I'm going to move over everything until H is left by itself over on that side. First thing I'm moving over is 2s. 2s right there is an addition. So when I bring it over, it is going to become a subtraction. A minus 2s, that leaves me with 4sh. Now I am going to bring over 4 and s, because I need to leave h by itself. But 4 and s, I am multiplying by 4s. Opposite of multiplication is what? Division. So when I bring it across, it's going to become a minus 2s divided by 4s equals h. Okay. Now let's try another problem. Let's try another problem that has another principle. Can I erase? Okay. As I said, another principle. This one says C is equal to 5 over 9. C equals 5 over 9. Somebody say, oh Lord. Times F minus 32. C equals 5 over 9 times F minus 32. And they're telling me to make F the subject. Make F the subject. The same principle is going to apply. I am going to bring over step by step. Everything else that's over here, I'm going to bring it over here until I am left with only F, because I'm trying to make F the subject. So what's the first thing I have? Let's put this. C equals 5 over 9 times F minus 32. What's the first thing I have? It's not 5. I have 5 over 9. I have 5 over 9, not 5. 5 is a completely different number from 5 over 9. 5 over 9 is a fraction. So I have a fraction, 5 over 9. What am I doing with 5 over 9 here? I am multiplying. So if I bring it over, what am I going to do? Divide. So I now have C, I gotta go C divided by 5 over 9. And what's the rule when we are dividing? We do what? Dividing by a fraction, we turn it upside down and multiply. So this is going to be equal to C times 9 over 5. So I'm going to rewrite that as 9C. C times 9. 9C over 5. C times 9 divided by 5. 9 times C is 9C over 5. So now I have 9C over 5 is equal to F minus 32. What am I going to do next? Bring over the 32. And what is the 32 doing over there? Subtracting. So what am I going to do with it when I come over? Add. So I have 9C over 5 plus 32 equals. And I just change my subject to F. So I'm going to go through that one more time, just for the sake of us getting what it is that we did. As I said, it's a different principle from what we did the first time. So I have C equals 5 divided by 9. 5 over 9 times F minus 32. When I'm dividing by a fraction, I've learned this from about grade 4 or grade 5. I've learned this. If I'm dividing by a fraction, I have to do what with a fraction? I have a dead class. I'm to do what with a fraction? Change the sign to multiplication. Division now becomes multiplication. I am changing it to multiplication and I am going to turn it upside down. So some people say flip, some say turn it upside down, some say the numerator becomes the denominator. Whichever way you want to say it, it's the same thing. Turn it upside down is what I always say. I'm turning this upside down. So if I have 9 over 5, 5 over 9, 5 over 9 is going to become 9 over 5. So I am multiplying C times 9 over 5. I'm multiplying C times 9. Algebra, C times 9 is going to give me 9C. C times 9 is going to give me 9C, and the division remains as is divided by 5. So I have 9C divided by 5. Leave me with F minus 32. Because once I've took this over, this bracket is no longer there. Because that is simply saying I'm multiplying this by what is in the bracket. The bracket disappeared because I brought over the 5 over 9. So now I have 9C over 5 equals F minus 32. I'm bringing over what next? What am I bringing over next? The 32. And what is 32 doing over here? Subtracting. So when I bring it over, what am I going to do with it? Add. So it becomes 9C over 5 plus 32 equals F. F is now my subject. I'm going to do one last one. One last one. This one is easy too. This one is easy. Okay, so while we're doing that, I simply want to remind us that whatever we're doing on one side, once we bring it over, we are going to do the opposite. So if I have A equals B squared, I just write S instead of B. A equals B squared minus 4H. And I'm trying to make H the subject. Let's see what is going to happen here. I'm trying to make H the subject. So I'm going to have, let's bring over what I'm bringing over first. I'm bringing over B squared. So it would become A minus B squared equals 4H. What am I bringing over next? 4. And what am I doing with 4 here? So what am I going to do with 4 when I bring it over? I'm going to divide it. So I'm going to have A minus B squared divided by 4 equals H. I'm simply doing what? The opposite, and I bring over item by item until I'm left with nothing. Okay, one last one. One last one. Okay, so P equals R squared minus 2M. I want to make R the subject. In this case, I want to make R the subject. P equals R squared minus 2M. What do you think I'm going to bring over first? 2M, because R got to stay by itself over here. So I have P equals bring over 2M, I'm going to get what? Plus 2M. P plus 2M equals R squared. But what do I have to do here? Because I don't want R squared, what I want is R. What am I going to do? Find the square root. The opposite of R squared is the square root. So I'm going to have the square root of P plus 2M equals are. Changing the subject. All I am doing is step by step, bit by bit, I'm taking over item by item until only the item I'm looking for is left on this side. All I am doing here is doing the opposite. Each item I bring over, I simply look at what it's doing over here, and when I bring it across the equal sign, it's going to change its action. Alright? Once you jump over that equal sign, you do what? Change your action. So if I was multiplying, I'm going to do what? Divide. If I was dividing, I'm going to do what? Multiply. If I was adding, I'm going to do what? Subtract. If I was subtracting, I'm going to do what? Add. If I had the square, I'm going to find the square root. And if I had the square root, I'm going to find the square. Whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm taking it across, and once I jump over this equal sign, I'm going to be doing the opposite of whatever it is that I was doing over there. Thank you. That's it.